Cready. Story by Andy Gates, Patrick O'Bell, and Amanda Eisley for Lost Order Films 2016. This is draft number 2. It has been registered with the Writers Guild of America, and the script has been edited for the purposes of this audiobook. A car struggles through a rough patch of neglected road in a small town. Driving is Dr. Adam Freeman, 62 and bespectacled. He is eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich from a paper bag and muttering to himself, "God, this place has really gone to shit." Every turn his economy car makes reveals another empty lot framed by a road badly in need of paving. Overgrown patches of weeds dominate the sidewalks. His car hits a pothole, sending his lunch flying. He reaches for his crumpled map. Damn it, where are you? He looks into his rearview mirror, preparing to flip a U-turn, and there it is. A hulking gray slab of a building, strewn with overgrown vegetation that appears to be trying to drag the structure into the earth. The doctor's eyes narrow with recognition. The lobby of Mill Creek Psychiatric Prison. Dr. Freeman enters the lobby. A crease of sadness materializes on his face. A cough bounces off the peeling walls. The place resembles an above-ground dungeon. A raspy voice profanely announces the doctor's arrival. "Holy runny shit escaping through the sides of my underpants," said the processing clerk. "I never thought I'd see the likes of Dr. Adam Freeman around these parts again." The portly bald man in his mid-80s with horn-rimmed glasses and forearm tattoos sits proudly at a desk which is positioned in front of a very heavy-looking door. Freeman wondered how the man knew his name. "Thanks, He squints at the name tag. "Sharon?" "Yeah, she covers nights," says the clerk. "No, really, why are you here? Why the fuck would you come back here?" "Just doing my job," said Freeman. The clerk shakes his head. "That's what you used to say 30 years ago. Who are you here to see?" Freeman hesitates. "Marcus Cready. Is it not on your schedule?" The clerk flings a pencil in the air and waves indifferently at the mess of papers on his desk. He reaches for his keys to go unlock the heavy door. Who gives a flying fuck?" The clerk sloppily slides off his perch and waddles towards the door, fingering the keys as he talks. "Son of Cready, huh? Hey, that's a good one. Ha ha! I should trademark that." "Yeah, good one," says Dr. Freeman. Because he's the son of the... The clerk opens the heavy door to a deeper level of hell. "Hope your stomach is still in the pink. He's not easy to look at." "Thanks," says Freeman. "Of course, we've always been fond of you, so maybe we'll make him wear the bag. Right, Don?" The clerk laughs as he closes the heavy door, leaving Dr. Freeman alone with the humorless Don, the guard, who reluctantly gets up from his newspaper and stool. He has Dr. Freeman put his personal effects, including a package of Tums, into a small dish as he roughly frisks him before shoving him through the metal detector. "Clear. Move on," says Don the guard. He plops down on his stoop and whips his paper back open. "I don't know where I'm going," says Freeman. Now irritated, Don the guard smacks his paper on his knee and gets back up to look over his schedule. He frowns at Freeman before jerking his head to the side to follow him. As they walk off down the damp hallway, Dr. Freeman cranes his neck trying to get a glimpse of the guard's newspaper, as he wonders what kind of news could possibly be worthy of print in this hellhole. They walk down the prison hallway. Freeman hears a loud clanking noise, then another one. A heavy door creaks open, and the two enter another poorly lit hallway populated with densely packed cells. There is a strong odor of various types of human waste. Eyes peer out at Freeman from each cell as he walks by. Freeman furrows his brow. This looks the same as it did 30 years ago, only now much worse. As he continues down the hall, one of the cell doors slowly swings open. Dr. Freeman stops in his tracks and carefully peers into the 6-by-8-foot space. An unintelligible voice whispers, almost chanting. Dr. Freeman leans in closer, trying to make out the words. There is a dark figure huddled in the corner of the cell. Its fiery yellow eyes are glaring deep into the doctor's psyche. He shudders. Suddenly, a violent burst of light harshly illuminates the bare cell. Dr. Freeman jumps. "Hey, keep walking," yells Don the guard. He gestures to Freeman. "He's down this way." Dr. Freeman does a double-take back into the still empty cell, then hurries to catch up with Don the guard. They finally reach an open door, this one to a small interview room. Don the guard flicks on the light to reveal a table, 2 chairs, carpeting, and a wall clock. "Wait here," says Don. Freeman takes a seat as Don the guard closes the door and heads further down the hall. He pulls out his phone. Not surprisingly, it reads, "No signal." He opens a recording device app on his phone and sets it in the middle of the table. He digs through his satchel and pulls out a pen and a pad. He starts to clean his glasses when the door creaks open. "Oh, come on." Freeman hears Don's voice further down the hall. "Get up!" Don shouts, then a loud thump. "I said, get up!" "Put it on!" Don shouts again. Then more bangs and thumps. "I said, put it on!" Freeman hears a final loud crack and thump, then silence. The sound of shuffling feet in chains paired with sickly breathing comes closer and closer to the interview room. Marcus Cready appears at the door, dressed in a prison orange jumpsuit. His hands are roughly shackled together. He wears a paper bag over his head, with eye holes cut out so he can see. Dr. Freeman quickly stands, unsuccessfully attempting to hide his anxiety. Marcus, come in. Please, have a seat." Creedy doesn't move. Dr. Freeman awkwardly helps him shuffle to a chair and sits him down. "There we are. Are you comfortable?" Creedy coughs violently. "Are you getting the treatment you need for your asthma?" "No more medication." Creedy's voice is very damaged. His vocal cord sounds like he gargles with lava. "I'll look into that for you. Maybe I can pull some strings." "No money." "Yeah, well, is there anything you'd like to start off by sharing today?" "No." Dr. Freeman flips through his files. "I notice here it says you refuse to speak with Father Ryan. Why is that?" "I have nothing to say to him." "I know that when you first arrived, he was a source of comfort to you. Is it because you don't believe in God anymore?" Creedy looks away. "What about the devil?" Creedy turns back towards Dr. Freeman. "He exists." "How do you know this?" "I've seen him." "Really? Where?" "In the mirrors." "Tell me, what does the devil look like?" Creedy doesn't answer. Dr. Freeman flips through the pages of his file, coming to a series of Xerox drawings by Creedy. "You like to draw. I see here some trees and a forest landscape. Do you find peace in nature?" Creedy looks away. Dr. Freeman flips to a drawing of a cabin. He holds it up. "And this, the picture of this house. Is this the house you grew up in?" Creedy does not respond. "Well, it appears to me that you've made quite a bit of progress. No more paintings of demons or severed limbs. Marcus, that is significant. Do you have any more violent thoughts?" Creedy turns back to Dr. Freeman. "Thoughts? No. No more thoughts." Dr. Freeman closes his file. "So, do you see yourself fitting back into society? Do you feel that you've made a full recovery?" "Yes, doctor. I am ready to leave." "That is encouraging to hear, but unfortunately, you will never be released. You are confined to this facility for the remainder of your life. How does that make you feel?" Freeman, feeling more confident after settling his nerves, doesn't notice the cuff of Creedy's sleeve. The tip of an autopsy knife slowly protrudes from it. "Marcus, talk about what you're feeling, right?" Freeman sees the fully extended knife. Then, his own blood spewing from his throat, soaking the papers on the table. Then, blackness. The doctor's body drops from the chair and hits the floor. The head remains in Creedy's large hands. The eyes wide, the mouth open, about to scream. Creedy flings the head to the far side of the room and rises. He walks to the limp body of Don the guard, his head hanging loosely by the collar. Creedy removes the paper bag from his head and drops it on the floor next to the trail of bloody footprints. The clerk hears the lock turn and the heavy door open, but doesn't turn around. "So, Doc, what'd you think of that ugly motherfucker's appearance?" Creedy slams the knife into the top of the clerk's head, bringing it down hard through his brain. The clerk remains in a seated position, eyes wide open, strange croaking coming from his fat, dying mouth. Creedy leaves the knife in the clerk's head for a moment as he spots a hooded sweatshirt hanging on a nearby coat rack. Hanging on the coat rack under the sweatshirt is a set of hospital scrubs. He flips the hood over his head and walks back to the clerk. He rips the knife out of the bald head, causing the body of the clerk and his long-suffering stool to come crashing down to the floor. Creedy exits calmly, quietly, out the same lobby door Dr. Freeman entered through not 1 hour ago.